Angel Reese says WNBA players could go on strike over salary and benefits.
Career you choose, you should probably look at what the career earnings are of going into that field. What I'll also say is this: every single one of you WNBA players, you better pray that Caitlin Clark doesn't get injured, because she's keeping your league up.
If we don't get paid what we deserve, we'll sit out. That bold, and let's be real, borderline delusional statement from Angel Reese set social media on fire, but probably not in the way she expected. The backlash was swift, but no response hit harder than Patrick Bet-David's. He didn't just fire back, he tore her argument apart with cold, hard financial facts. And trust me, once you hear the full truth behind this, you'll never see Angel's complaint the same way again.
Coming this year will still be on the rookie contract again. The ones that the year after, they gonna get more. They probably gonna be making more than us. No, they are.
Who's that?
I'm hurt. They are. Like, yeah. I've been in the meetings. They are. I need to get in the. I need to get in the field. You need to come to the meetings. I gotta get in the meetings because I'm hearing like, yeah, they don't give us. If y'all don't give us what we want, like, we sit out. That's a possibility for real.
Here's the deal. Angel Reese, the so-called Bayou Barbie turned pro, is now calling for WNBA players to sit out if they don't get paid more. Yes, you heard that right. A player still working on finishing layups without hitting the bottom of the backboard is already talking about shutting down the league. Patrick Bet-David's reaction? Somewhere between disbelief and laughter. And honestly, can you blame him?
I love watching her highlights of missing shots. She's got to be the worst shooter you've met in your life. But go, Rob, just go, give this feedback. Give this feedback here. Go.
Season 2, I can't wait to work with you some more. The biggest advice I have for you is going to be how you shoot your layups, period.
Layups? Bang! What do you mean? She's our double-double queen! Bang! What they say, if it's broke, don't fix it. Bang! Teaching Angel Reese to make a layup is like teaching an old dog a new trick. It ain't gonna work. Bang! Hey, welcome to McDonald's. What can I get you? Have the Angel Reese McBang!
Let's break down exactly what Angel Reese said and see if it holds up under scrutiny.
Possibility. Reese has been vocal about her low WNBA salary, revealing her $74,000 a year salary doesn't cover rent, stating on Instagram Live, "I just hope you know that the WNBA doesn't pay my bills at all. I don't even think they pay one of my bills." Reese's financial struggles stem from WNBA salary not matching her past earnings, as her NIL valuation at LSU was $1.8 million, bolstered by deals with Reebok, PlayStation, McDonald's, and Coach, while a 4-year rookie deal was $324,000 with $74,000 due next season.
I just hope y'all know the WNBA don't pay my bills at all. I don't even think that pays one of my bills. Let me do the math real quick.
You might cover that. Yeah, it definitely covers that.
What is my? I don't even know my.
Angel Reese revealed she's making around $74,000 in her rookie WNBA season, and claims that's not even enough to cover rent in Chicago. Now, for most people, $74,000 sounds like a solid paycheck, but Angel? She's acting like she's barely scraping by. The irony? This is the same player who raked in nearly $1.8 million at LSU, thanks to endorsement deals with Reebok, PlayStation, McDonald's, and a dozen other brands, apparently convinced that retweeting shade was a basketball skill.
Basketball sustained her, especially since the WNBA's $200 million revenue last season only allocated 9.3% to salaries, unlike the NBA's 50% share of the $5.3 billion in 2023. Adam, thoughts?
No, my rent is more than that. It's $8,000. I'm living beyond my means.
Angel's locked into a 4-year rookie deal worth about $324,000, roughly $81,000 per year. That's less than 5% of what she made as a college influencer. So no surprise she once said, "Hating pays the bills." Let's be real, her Instagram stories are making more money than her box scores. At this rate, the WNBA might need to start charging her for backboard repairs. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark is out here building the future of women's basketball, while Angel is busy building a brand off bad takes and first-class bricklaying.
This is the greatest Angel Reese layup you'll ever see. Here we go with the dump off, ba-da-dum-bum-bum. I'm loving it. Burn! Oh, she getting jiggy with it. Look at that, crisscross, zigging zagging through the lane. Giddy up, yeehaw! Burn! Now, I heard she's ambidextrous. That makes sense, because she's equally doggy doo-doo with the right and left-handed layup. Bang! Professional basketball player needing to work on her layups is like a fish needing to learn how to breathe underwater. It doesn't make sense! Reese's Puffs! Bang!
Patrick was stunned. Not because Angel is actually struggling. Let's be real. With her endorsements, she's doing just fine. But because of the sheer audacity of demanding more money from a league that, wait for it, doesn't even make money. He pointed out the obvious. In the real world, when a business is bleeding cash year after year, it doesn't hand out raises. It hands out pink slips. That's when Adam Snick jumped in with the hard facts. And things took a very interesting turn.
NBA. And what's her name? Angel Reese. Do it. I fully support your right to strike. So other sports have done it. So other major sports have done it. Here's a quick list for you, PBD. I put this together. Biggest sports strikes in history. 1994, the MLB strike. It was the first time that the World Series was canceled.
I remember.
You remember that? In 1998, the NBA went on strike. They canceled the All-Star game for the first time. The NFL has gone on strike multiple times. 1982, 1987, 2011.
Adam reminded everyone that, yes, leagues like the MLB, NBA, NHL, and NFL have had player strikes. But here's the key difference. Those leagues were raking in billions when their players walked out. Angel Reese, on the other hand, is acting like the WNBA is Apple when it's actually more like your cousin's food truck. Barely breaking even and still handing out free samples.
Catch when you're going to go on strike. In 1994, MLB, NBA, NFL, what's the number one revenue sport in America? What do you think it is? The NFL. How much do you think they make? $17 billion. The NBA, a little over $11 billion. The MLB, also $11 billion. The NHL, $7 billion.
Let's not sugarcoat it. The WNBA is losing around $50 million a year. That's not a business. That's a ticking time bomb. Meanwhile, the NFL rakes in $17 billion, and the NBA and MLB pull in $10 billion each. The WNBA? They're barely scraping $150 million and still can't turn a profit. It's like trying to run a luxury spa with 2 customers and a lemonade stand budget.
A alleged $150 to $200 million company. You're operating at a loss every single year. You've never made money. It's called a zombie company. You're subsidized.
This isn't even a new problem. The WNBA has been running at a loss since it launched in 1997. That's over 25 years of red ink and busted spreadsheets. You'd think all the buzz around Caitlin Clark would finally push the league into profitability. But even with record ratings and packed arenas, the losses are still piling up. The only reason the WNBA is still standing? Its much richer big brother, the NBA, keeps bailing it out.
For you, Vinny, real quick, rapid fire.
Go.
WNBA stats. Here we go. You're a sports guy. How many teams are in the WNBA?
9?
No, 13. How many games do they play?
80?
40.
Damn it.
Who won the championship this year and who played in the finals?
The Florida Magics.
No, the New York Liberty beat the Minnesota Lynx.
Who
exactly?
Part of the problem is scale. The WNBA has just 12 teams, each playing 40 games per season. Expansion is coming in 2025 with the Golden State Valkyries, but that's still nowhere near the NBA's 30 teams and 82-game schedule. Fewer games mean less inventory, lower ticket sales, and smaller TV deals. It's basic math. Well, unless you're Angel Reese or Dejanay Carrington, apparently.
MVP. She was unanimous. She got all the votes.
Dylan Mulvaney.
Yes.
Yes.
Aja Wilson.
Oh.
You just failed the test,
I'm
buddy.
sorry.
WNBA's coming.
And then there's revenue sharing. NBA players get 50% of the league's earnings, while WNBA players get just 9.3%. Sounds unfair, until you realize that even with that small cut, the league is still losing money. There simply isn't enough revenue to go around. And let's not even get started on the attendance gap between Caitlin Clark's Fever games and, well, everyone else's, including Angel's. Spoiler alert, the seats are a lot emptier where she plays.
It is unrivaled. It is also unwatched. Look, let's be honest. We can sugarcoat it all you want, but if you don't have Caitlin Clark playing women's basketball, or if you're not the NCAA tournament playing women's basketball, you got nothing. Zero zip.
Look, No one's saying WNBA players don't deserve respect or recognition. But demanding more money from a league that's running on financial fumes? That's not bold, it's delusional. Especially coming from Angel Reese, who's been in the league for 5 minutes and already thinks she's leading contract negotiations. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark is just doing what she does best, dropping dimes, breaking records, and building a legacy. No tantrums, no threats of walkouts, just pure basketball. She lets her game do the talking, while Angel is still trying to make a layup without becoming a meme. So next time Angel talks about sitting out, maybe someone should remind her. Fans have already been sitting out of watching her games.
I mean, I'm not huge on really the WNBA. I don't really think that's fair. Obviously, I think where the WNBA is right now is pretty incredible. I think a lot of people, most people would not believe it's in the place that it is right now. So I think when people always ask me this question, where I think it'll be in 5 years, it's it's hard for me to answer because people didn't even think we'd be right here, right now. And I think really sky's the limit. I think when you see, our TV numbers when we're on, national television, we're averaging over 1 million viewers or whatever it is. The All-Star game, I think, was over 4 million viewers. It's just really great numbers. So the more opportunities we're given, I think the more it's going to shine and get better and better. I think also the talent level in college is continuing to get a lot better, and as those players come into the league, and it's going to continue to improve. We're adding 2 new teams next year, and then probably another team year after that.
Some more games.
Yeah, more games, which I think will be good. It'll lengthen the season a little bit.
To make things even juicier, there's growing tension between WNBA and NBA stars. Remember the clash between Lisa Leslie and Draymond Green? Draymond had the audacity to suggest that WNBA players should focus on growing the game before demanding bigger paychecks. Cue the outrage. But maybe, just maybe, he had a point.
Viral clip of Draymond Green basically lecturing one of the greatest players in NBA history, WNBA history. I think it's
Lisa Leslie recently stirred the pot by suggesting that NBA players could help boost WNBA salaries. Maybe by skipping a night at the casino. Safe to say, that take didn't sit well with a lot of people.